Show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, we have Elizabeth Fines-Workman, and Elizabeth is the director of Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. Elizabeth, good morning. How are we today?
Hey, Grayson, we're doing well. How are you?
You know, we're doing all right on this end, Elizabeth. A little better. It's a nice way to end a Monday, talking to a familiar face and a relaxed individual. So
Appreciate that.
Glad we've got you penciled in for 8:40 here today. Not a bad deal. So we've got plenty to talk about here today. And I know their first couple of things are a lot to do with registration, getting yourself spring semester ready. We're starting there. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so essentially we have a few dates that are really important for students or potential students to know. The first one is that your tuition is due on December 3rd, right? You might want to get that paid, or else we have like what's called a drop date, and then you'll have to re-enroll. So those are always important. And then last days to add classes are January 14th, which seems like a long way away, Grayson, but you know how deadlines are, right? They sneak on up on you. And also, a lot of the classes are starting to fill up. So if you want a chance to get into, a specific class that you want, you may want to come on down and see me so we can get you registered for that. As far as classes at Taylorville Lincoln Land that students seem to be really enjoying, we have a CNA class that students have really liked lately. So hopefully, again, you can sign up for that right now. Come on in. A lot of our classes at Lincoln Land Taylorville, though, Grayson, are more about kind of scratching the surface and finding out like what you want to do, right? Those gen ed classes. So, as you know, you have biology, you have some EDU classes, you have public speaking, the best class, right?
That's right.
Not that I'm biased at all. History classes, right? English classes. So I think that a lot of these gen eds are helping students. Obviously, like you have to take some of these, right? English, speech, those sorts of things. But I think that some of like philosophy, I've found that students are taking philosophy now and they're really enjoying it. And it's kind of pushing them towards whatever career field they think, right? Law or political science or different things like that. Right now we have in that RISE room, which we've talked about before, right? The RISE technology. We have students taking education classes, right? EDU classes, which I talked to the student this morning, and that's one of the students that's in that course. And he is actually planning on being a teacher now, right? Where before he wasn't, he was just kind of, I don't know really what I want to do, right? Let's just see where this takes me. And now he's been enrolled in this class and he loves it. And it's, pushing him towards the field that he wants to do, which is all, I think that's great, right? Yes. I think that that's what I want for our college, right? I had that experience whenever I was in school and it completely changed my world. So if we can do that for all of our students, I've done something right in this world.
Well, I was going to tell you, I actually appreciate that message. Now, I was not within Lincoln Land Community College District.
We won't hold it against you then.
That's okay. All right. I went to Lakeland, I guess.
That's all right.
But that was my whole purpose for going to Lakeland myself was, all right, I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to do something and get those gen eds taken care of and at a cost-effective price in doing so. But that totally changed things for me in terms of just being able to sit in on a class. Maybe it was business and I knew I didn't want to do that, or whatever the case might be, but at least you started to narrow down that list. So it's nice to hear you as the director say that, hey, that's kind of how I viewed it or used it too. Right. Anything else when it comes to spring registration, drawing some interest on it, things of that nature?
Really, I kind of want to switch to college now if we can do that. Grayson, is that all right?
This is
oh, this is my show. Don't tell me that, Grayson.
You
don't tell me that. I'll take this thing over. No, college now is essentially a really big standout program within Lincoln Land, but especially at Lincoln Land Taylorville, I feel like. Essentially what College Now is a chance for high school students to come to Lincoln Land Taylorville and take college courses while still in high school, right? So they're able to take this opportunity. Depending on what high school you're in, sometimes it counts for high school credit as well as college credit, right? And you get to get out early from high school. So that's an added bonus for some students, right? And you get to come to Lincoln Land, get some of those credits out of the get some of those credits out of the way. We've had students in the past complete their associate's degree before they even graduated high school, right? Which is absolutely incredible.
Crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy.
They are very smart folks. Let's put it that way.
Well, and I talked with one of those. Her name is Nalia Polly, and I just went, man, what? Did you have a good high school experience? And she's like, well, I was in student council. I was in this. But like to know she graduated with her high school degree and the associate's degree is crazy to me.
Yes, it is. It is insane. But like you were mentioning earlier about the cost effectiveness of things, I think especially at this day and age, right, we're all about the dollar. Like we need to save anywhere we can, right? And if we can go ahead and start saving, or those students can start saving money, their parents, their guardians, whomever, and already getting this kind of quote out of the way quote, right, at an affordable price. And then even if you don't finish with your associate's degree, right, you still have a bunch of college credits as a junior, senior. You can take college now as a junior or senior. I should have said that. In some different high schools or different ways, but in Taylorville, that's the way they do it. So yeah, if you can get out of high school with those college credits at an affordable price, it's almost like, why wouldn't you, right?
That's the way I view it. And like, had I maybe been more aware of something like that, right, or I guess I should probably be truthful, cared more almost. I hate to be as honest as I have to be with that, but like it would have made a difference maybe. Yeah. But I'm glad it's juniors and seniors as well. Right. Freshmen and sophomore, it just seems like, all right, you got to enjoy a little bit.
Yeah, we have some students that will get special permission, but it's very few, right? So, but yeah, mainly juniors and seniors, and they, like I said, they love being able to kind of have that freedom. That most of our classes are finished by 2:20, so it's like they're loving it. Let's put it that way.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and you were talking last month with us about doing kind of a what were we calling it? What were we calling it?
The 8th grade experience.
Yes. What was your theme? What was the name?
Oh, now you're putting me on the spot, Grayson. See yourself here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that gives you a much clearer picture, though, being able to actually step into the building as a high schooler and then know that, okay, college is not this crazy place that people maybe have made it out to be, or whatever the case might be. So I think great things in that regard. Anything else when it comes to college now you'd like to kind of fill us in on, or the experiences you've kind of seen so far as director?
Yeah, no, I think that college now is just such a great opportunity for folks to have, right? And to be able to try, and I think it's so cruel whenever we tell, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Mm-hmm. Right? Like that question is I hate it. Right. So maybe if you can get this college now experience and then try to figure out maybe what it is that you may want to do. And I just want to throw this out there. It's okay to change too, right? I tell my students that all the time. Like, I went to law school, right? So, I mean, it's okay to change and do different things and maybe find something that you enjoy even more. So,
well, you are a great person to be director in that regard too, because as I mentioned to you, that was exactly why I did it. I went to do the gen ed, see if I could figure it out. Well, I still, by the end of that year, didn't really know. Right. And there is so much pressure and so much emphasis on you better figure it out. You've got to have a plan. And you just don't necessarily have to.
I think community colleges are that stepping place for students to be able to think, oh, I'm okay, right? I'm in college. I'm still trying to getting an education, but now I can try and figure out what I want to do at an affordable price.
Yes.
At Taylorville Lincoln Land, or Lincoln Land in general.
And let's double down on that.
Let's double down on that.
The price of it, the atmosphere, the climate of it, the one-on-one ability, or much more Absolutely. So than a lecture hall type of thing. There are so many benefits.
Right.
And as you mentioned, just treating it as, if you'd like, as a stepping stone, or also knowing that with an associate's degree, you can go do a lot of great things.
Absolutely. Right. Yes, absolutely.
And that's the thing. I just feel like it lends to a lot of different avenues, and it opens a lot of different things for you. So college now, yes, the story that I had heard about, I graduated with my associates and my high school diploma at the same time.
Wild.
Crazy to me.
Yes.
Because Grayson barely got out with a high school diploma, so let alone an associate's degree on top of it. But I know those were some of those big points that we wanted to make sure we got out as we're starting to creep up towards spring semester.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned it'll be here in a flash,
Yes,
especially with the holidays. But I also know that community involvement is kind of your big deal. It's kind of your shtick, maybe being from around these parts. What's going on with community involvement and what plans maybe you've got?
Yeah. So we actually, the Taylorville Food Pantry reached out to us, and they're kind of like, hey, have you guys ever thought about volunteering? And I was like, I've thought about it, right? But we haven't got there yet. So we're going to start volunteering, or we're going to volunteer a few times at the food pantry. Right now, unfortunately, my office, the sickness has hit Lincoln Land Taylorville. So we can't get out there just yet, but that's on our radar, right? We're also going to, have you been to Christmas in the Park before?
Last year.
Okay. It's awesome. Yeah,
it is. And honestly, they're doing even more this year. Which
yeah. So I'm jazzed about it. And what they're doing even more is having Lincoln Land Taylorville there. No, in the donation booth. We're gonna my staff and I are gonna be there. And I'm just super jazzed about that. Again, being from Taylorville, Christmas in the Park is like iconic, right? So I am just so excited to be able to serve in that booth and just say it's just everyone's happy. You can't not be happy going through there, right? My staff is especially excited about it because I'm taking them out to eat before for their Christmas party. So yeah, and it's on me. So they're they're really jazzed about it.
I bet they are.
But yeah, we're going to be doing that. We also just visited E.L. Pruitt's new space in Taylorville.
Sure.
So that was really, really, really awesome. I'm not sure that Tony and folks knew how long we would be there. So I think we were there for almost 2 hours for this tour because we just kept asking questions. It was such an awesome space.
Sure.
I'm ignorant when it comes to welding and those sorts of things, right? Learning quickly, but that was really, really cool. I love seeing new businesses open in Taylorville, and I think that E.L. Pruitt's doing a great job there. So
is that something that we can expect to continue with? What kind of, under your helm, under your reign? That is something I certainly think will continue on. But like E.L. Pruitt, 50,000 new square foot facility that they're working out of, and it's apparently incredibly automated in a lot of ways, but also requires some. That type of stuff, I think, is a good deal. Christmas in the Park, whether you're doing the Jingle Bell Roll or the walk or whatever you guys are doing.
I don't think I can be rolling anywhere. That's scary. That's scary to me, Grayson. We can't have that.
A little clumsy, maybe, but that's fine too. But that's the type of thing that, if the kid's in the car and they see that, they're an inviting face or inviting people, and then you just. Anytime that you can get out in front of people I think is a good deal. So I look forward to hearing more about community involvement as these months continue and these years pick up for you as well. We're talking with first year director. Is that fair to say? First year director of Lincoln Land Community College, Taylorville, Elizabeth Fines Workman here on the WTIM morning show, and she's figuring it out quickly. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. We'll be back with her in just one moment.
Your information station. WTIM.com.
Holy.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat trading higher. December corn up 433 and a quarter. March corn up 2 3/4, 446 and a half. May corn 454 3/4, up 2 1/2. January beans up 22 and a quarter, 1146 3/4. March beans up 19 and a quarter, 1154 and a quarter. May beans 1163 and a half, up 17. December wheat up 14 and a half, 541 3/4. March wheat up 14 3/4, 556 and a quarter. December bean meal 326.20, up 370. December bean oil 50.96, up 82 cents. Livestock trade, November feeders 339.72, up $1.05. December live cattle up 55 cents, 219.70. December lean hogs up 2 cents, 78.52. Energy market, December crude oil 59.93, down 16 cents.
The trees are changing as the weather gets cooler. If you're dreading the leaf raking and snow shoveling that comes with this time of year, Hickory Point Garden Homes in Forsyth is your answer if you're 55 and better. Relax and enjoy the changing seasons without all the yard maintenance worries. Plus, it's half the cost of most independent living options. No stairs, no worries. Hickory Point Garden Homes in Forsyth. Independent living done right. Find out more by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi everyone, Nicole Patrick here, your local country financial representative at 1305 West Bresser in Taylorville. I'm proud to recognize the Tornado student athletes that represent our community by being the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. During Tornado Sports broadcasts this school year, WTIM announcers will select a player at the end of each game who will receive a certificate for being named our Player of the Game. Good luck to all the teams this season, and go Tornadoes!
People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, are proud to continue their long-standing sponsorship of honoring Taylorville High School Students of the Month on WTIM's many platforms on AM, FM, and streamed online, and on WMKR Genuine Country 94.3.
My name is Rayleigh Aller. I'm the THS Senior Student of the Month for November. My parents are Dave and Jane Aller. In my free time, I enjoy partaking in CEO Christian County and my youth group in Kincaid Church of God. For my free time, I also enjoy baking, spending time with my friends and family. In the future, I plan to attend a 4-year college for elementary education. And my favorite subject at school is FSQ because I enjoy working through the statistics and finding the quantities.
People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, salutes these great Taylorville High School students on this honor and wish them the best in their future. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman, and joining us in this segment, Elizabeth Fines-Workman, director with Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. We talk college now, talk spring registration, and we talk community involvement as well. But the semester here is somehow already starting to really slow down, wind down a little bit on you. What are we making of the events and activities coming up, and also just the end of the semester deal?
Yeah. So, Grayson, we've talked. I love food. We were kind of talking about that at break here, right? So we are going to do, I've asked my students, right? So I still teach one class of public speaking. And I asked my students, I'm like, hey, what do you guys want to see for like snacks and stuff for the end of the year, right? Like, I don't want to just do chips or whatever, right? I want to be a little jazzy with it. So they gave me a lot of good ideas, but one of them was a sundae bar, right? So they want to have an ice cream sundae bar. So I'm like, done. And then they want to do a cookie bar. So we're going to do 2 different days where we're going to have little treatsies, right, for the students. Just so that, first off, finals are not, you know, they are, you have to have them, but it's a stressful time for students, right? And if I can load them up on a little bit of sugar before or after, why not, right? So we're going to be doing a couple different events there with folks. I told you last time about what's in the box or who's in the box. Okay, still doing that. And I thought, Grayson, that I would tell you what this one is. So maybe next time we meet, you can tell me an answer. Don't tell me an answer now. Okay. So what's in the box right now at Lincoln Land Taylorville? Okay. Hint number 1, I am only popular during one season. Hint number 2, you either love me or hate me. Hint 3, you may or may not find me at LLCC Taylorville. So put your thinking cap on. I'm going to ask you first thing next time, even though this is your show.
No, I think honestly, you've taken the reins and I don't mind it.
No, not at all. This is your show. But I've had so many students at first when I started this, I was like, this is just a fun little thing I can put in the student lounge. Students are getting wild. They are loving it. I give them a prize, right? So everyone loves a good prize, and they're good prizes, like legit.
Wasn't it High Choose?
Yes.
2 months ago.
Yes. And then last month was on Veterans Day. Our head of general maintenance at Lincoln Land, he served in the Air Force for over 20 years. So instead of what's in the box, I did who's in the box, and it was him. Oh. And surprisingly, a lot of folks got it.
They got him.
Yes, I was really impressed. So yeah, that one was fun. So I still gave him High Choose because I had some left over. This next prize is going to be better, I promise.
Well, some sundae bar, some cookie bar, still what's in the box. And we know that with finals coming up, we're trying to make it as relaxed an environment as we can.
Absolutely.
Well, Elizabeth, we are out of time, but thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Grayson. Always a pleasure.
You are welcome. Elizabeth Fines-Workman, director of Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville, joining us here on the WTIM Morning Show. She'll surely be back next month with more. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.9 FM Pena Nokomis.